October 1st of last year, 58 people were killed by a madman who opened fire on a crowd of people at a country music concert in Las Vegas.
422 people suffered gunshot wounds and hundreds of others were hurt in the chaos that followed. Now,
just 4 months after the attack, News 4 Tucson's Sean Mooney sat down with 3 local survivors to find out how they are coping with the aftermath of the shooting. It's new at 10.
Julie and Frank Kisher were at the Route 91 Harvest Musical Festival along with longtime friend John Groff when the bullets started raining down on them. While each has dealt with what happened that night differently, all 3 say it is music that has helped them heal. Their band is called Wild Ride. Julie, her husband Frank, and John have been playing together for 11 years. They say they take 2 weekends off a year, one for Country Thunder, the other for the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. This trip included 9 other people, including John Groff's 2 daughters, Kelsey and Tanya. The night of the shooting, 2 in the group had decided not to go to the final performances. John says they were all having a great time until they heard the speakers cut out.
We thought their PA system was going out. And then we saw some smoke in the crowd. And I think it was Julie mentioned that, you know, what idiot brought fireworks to it sounded like firecrackers. And we saw smoke, which turns out it was bullets ricocheting off the ground.
That would be just the first round of a nightmare, as the gunman quickly reloaded and began shooting again.
During the second round of bullets, we realized what was going on because my best friend's daughter got hit, and that's the only reason we knew, because she yelled out, "I've been hit."
Come on, let's go!
My daughter Kelsey got shot in the hand, and she went down to the ground and, you know, had her hand on her stomach, and so her white shirt. So we immediately thought she was shot in the stomach. And as I was kneeling down with her, my other daughter went down. And then their boyfriend Nate, he got shot through the arm.
With 3 in the group shot and the gunfire not letting up, Frank Kisher thought they would never get out alive.
We said our goodbyes to each other on the second round of bullets. We knew exactly what was happening, and we thought for sure it was going to be over.
Both Frank and John decided if they were going to die, they would go down trying to save the ones they love.
My husband and my friend, they both jumped on top of me. They jumped on all the girls at the concert that were in our group to shield us.
I just got hit with asphalt shrapnel from the pavement. I mean, I was laying on top of them and I was feeling bullets hitting, I mean, within, you know, a foot.
Moving and finding cover where they could between rounds, the group made it out when the shooting finally stopped. John's priority was to get his daughters and their friend to the hospital. He says it was not long before reality set in.
In the ambulance, they both witnessed people die sitting right next to them. And then when they were both in the emergency room, they saw 10 people die.
Fortunately, all of their injuries were not life-threatening, and they were brought back to hospitals in Arizona the next day to begin to mend. For Julie, Frank, and John, healing would come in a different way.
We got back on Wednesday. We had a gig on Thursday, so we jumped right back into it.
Getting back on stage turned out to be just the medicine they needed. Not only an act of defiance against the evil they witnessed, but getting back to what they loved.
The sum total for our experience is that everyone came out intact. I figure the best kind of respect I could show towards people who paid a bigger price would be to just keep doing what I'm doing.
You can't let the bad guys win. You know, one crazy guy doing something crazy. It's no different than a terrorist attack. We can't let them run our lives. We gotta stand up and, you know, do it more.
That first night, Wild Ride was back on stage at the Outlaw Saloon. They played Jason Aldean's When She Says Baby, the same song Aldean was playing when the shooting started. It was their way of saying the band would play on, and a tribute to all of the victims of that horrific night. Sean Mooney, News 4, Tucson.